Where was that at? Oh, that's one of the
going again now.
Going. That's all good.
So yeah, he'll be able to make all his way back to the pits under his own power. That was it's Don Munro that was. But anyway, classic sports sedans coming out thanks to John White Racing engines, and Bob McLaughlin's big Commodore leads the field out, and then Mark Bowen will start from second. The big Saab of Tony Cox. Then we've got a trio of V8 Supercar Falcons, Jason Heck, Shane Hunt and Warren Davis. Then the Mosler sports car of Graham Lusty. A couple of Porsches there, Steve Voigt, then Tim Tritton, the Tirana of Dwayne Taylor, Peter Robinson's Dodge Ram,
Callum
Watmore next in the Nissan Silvia, then Greg McIntyre, and I'm starting to, after Greg McIntyre was Pappendel's orange Commodore, that was doing a bit of a skitter and a dance in turn one. Ken Fazakali in the Subaru WRX is next, ahead of Laurie Watson in the aforementioned Holden V8 powered rear-wheel drive Mitsubishi Magna. Raymond Connell is next in his V8 Supercar Falcon. Now Ashley Bright's V8 Supercar Commodore had a major mechanical failure yesterday, so I'm not sure that we'll see Bright's Commodore come out for a run today. But Anthony Maxwell in the Ford Capri V8 is next, and Chris Aston in the Nissan Turbo powered Commodore, and rounding out the field which should be Roger Hill in the Nissan GTR.
But at the back of the bus too is also going to be a certain orange Mustang too from yesterday.
Yes, we should expect Phil Crompton joining us this morning, and also Sam Taylor in the Honda Civic V8.
Did they have a brake issue or something?
Brake master cylinder, and they've actually borrowed a spare from Phil Crompton to get the Honda Civic back up and running again, and there he is, and he'll be sharing the final row of the grid with Phil Crompton for this start.
Yes, Phil Crompton served a penalty yesterday for not having a working in-car radio, so he couldn't receive any text, so he had to sit out the last race, and he has to start this one from the back because he didn't score any points in the last one, so that's how it works.
Yeah, he was our fastest qualifier
by
yesterday.
Far too, and by far was on the charge. Out in front leading the race, and then lost it, and then lost the event after it, so he was a little bit disgruntled, but he'll serve his time. They need the time in the car this weekend. They're searching, ready for the round when they come.
Yeah,
by the way, Cal Watmore's out there getting sidewoods as well. I just noticed one of the previous shots.
Yeah, Crompton's getting ready for the next round of the Kerrick Australian Sports Sedan Series, which will be run here on the Shannons Nationals program in about a month and a half's time. And they've only
attention to the paddock, can we please have Porsche Sprints Group 2 to the marshalling area, please? Porsche Sprints Group 2 to the marshalling area.
Yeah, Crompton's getting that Mustang ready. He's only just got the team's good race engine back together again in the last few weeks. So it's marvellous to see that bright orange Mustang you could see there back out and running again as the field grids up.
This is one of the new start line shots, folks, just to let you know. So one, you get to see everything, and two, we think it's a far fantastic way. Watch for the first time, this is the first time you're seeing the live broadcast premiere. Watch them go through turn one for the first time. This is going to be exciting. We've also got a reverse shot here as well, which shows the start. We can show that as well when it gets locked off. It'll be a fantastic shot.
Now the front row of the grid there, both Chevrolet V8 powered Holden Commodores. The dark red machine on the left is Bob McLaughlin.
This is the start, by the way. We roll and start for our sports sedans. They had this siding lap. Now this is the warm-up lap, or warm-up lap now siding lap, either way you want to run it. But that's the shot we're going to hold off on. Everything is going to go on right in that corner there the first time they arrive. I'll guarantee you this is going to be an absolute fantastic event. Fantastic. Maybe a 12 lap event actually, just checking on that. You can see the mist is still rolling in across.
I think the number of laps has been cut down a bit from schedule.
From schedule? We'll be able to confirm that later on. But have a look at the mist that's rolling in, Judge. I've just had a look behind us for the first time.
Yeah, we did have a false start yesterday morning, how we it cleared out up and
fog rolled over the mountain over the back, so...
Yeah, the fog did come back in again, which was annoying, to say the least.
FMR, mate. Foggy Mountain Racing, that's what we're doing. So, once again, it's a good field car. You know who I expect to go well on the wet? Coxie. There you go. That's what, but this time, yesterday's action with Bowen and McLaughlin was just Bowen was looking. He was in every mirror that Bob McLaughlin had yesterday. He was playing peekaboo everywhere. He nearly got the job done about 3 or 4 times. And when he did get the job done, McLaughlin got it back very quickly by maintaining station up the inside. So so it was a great battle. I think the GTR is too going to be one of the cars that's going to revel in this too, and the Evos as well. So it'd be interesting to see what goes on. It'll take them a couple of laps to assert their dominance.
Did either of the Evos make it out?
Yeah, they are. Both of them are there. No, both of them are there. They've just up the field there. You'll see them come around. I think.
Yeah, there they are. They're both together. They both had failures yesterday. They're the Mitsubishi Lancers of Gary Craig and Grant Spannings. But the four-wheel drive that's furthest up the field, of course, is the Subaru of Ken Fazakli.
Yeah, and he's a bit of a wet.
Oldest one of the field, mind you.
Right, getting ready for a start as we take mind of what's going to go. Look at the field of cars. How eclectic is that?
It's quite the mix, and they're all potent.
Okay, we're getting ready.
So the red, predominantly red and white Commodore is Bob McLaughlin. The older body-shaped Commodore there, the orange and white, is Bowen. And Graham Lusty spun the Mosler, putting the power on, coming onto the straight, and the Mosler is just looped away, but the Commodores are away at the front of the field. And one thing I was a bit more thinking of was the V8 supercars might be a little bit more sure-footed in the wet weather, and Jason Heck's proving that at the moment. In the Falcon, he's up into third place past Coxey Saab, and here comes Stephen Voigt in the Porsche.
Yeah, I was going to say, the Porsche's going to be a noted car in this wet weather.
Bowen goes to the lead, takes McLaughlin down the back straight, and Jason Hex moves into second position in the V8 Supercar Falcon.
Yeah, well, there's your prediction coming true with Hex actually having a nice setup. Here comes Stephen Voigt though. Yeah. There's that car, an ABS car, pretty much. I think it isn't one. No. That is going to be very interesting because Voigt in the wet weather, this will suit him absolutely lovely. Thank you very much. But who surprised me so far is Dwayne Taylor.
It doesn't surprise me.
Well, but just this is going to be, he is going to be the flying ointment for most of these guys in this car.
And he's a Class B car, so he's not racing against them for points, although a lot of the guys at the front of the field aren't really racing for points anyway, because they're not. Although that having been said, Anthony Cox is the new series points leader after yesterday's racing, because he did the first race, the first round of the championship in his Toyota-powered Gemini, the older car.
And Mark Papendale coming through as well too. He's bringing everybody with him, so it's going to be interesting. I've got a fellow feeling the Oz trucks are still running on Hoosier too, just quietly, so that might be a benefit for them so far this morning.
Gary Craig, one of the four-wheel drives, is struggling a little bit. His white and yellow Mitsubishi is still down the back. But the field's coming down the front straight. This huge pack of cars. McLaughlin's tiptoeing actually. His Commodore doesn't look particularly happy on the damp track.
No, it's not damp there. It's only damp on the outer surface. It's starting to dry, but the track is still very cold, Jonesy. Yeah. That's a major problem the guys at the moment. There's not a lot of water on the racing line.
Oh, Sam Taylor.
Oh no.
Is,
now what is that? Now that could well be brakes again, as they disappear down into the dark down there into the mire. It's getting a little bit unforeseen.
Yeah, the fog's rolling back in. The same thing that happened yesterday morning, where we got a false dawn.
Well, McLaughlin is struggling. That car is an absolute handful.
Yeah, it's really not liking it.
Look at Cal Watmore. He's having an absolute crack, and Mark Papendale having a bit of fun on the throttle. And the one who's taken it very easy is of course Phil Crompton. He's not really going to stretch that car. It's no benefit for him at all.
Now Mark Bowen, a race leader, being hauled in here now by Steve Voigt. Voigt's got through the V8 Supercar of Heck. Heck was the runner-up in the Queensland Sports Sedan Championship last year, only beaten by Shane Hart's turbocharged Mazda RX-7. There's Shane Hunt in his new car, an ex-Craig Lowndes 888 Racing Falcon. Still got the colour scheme. Yeah, Greg McIntyre in the second of the Oz trucks.
And that's a turn 4.
Exit 4, and
attention the paddock, we have the Porsche Sprint Group 2 to pit lane, please. Porsche Sprint Group 2 to pit lane, please.
Well,
the field Sprints Group 2, if we can have you ready to go for your session up next. But yeah, returning to the racing.
Well,
and Taylor's still...
See, this is interesting. I don't know why we haven't called him in on the radio, because that looks to me like it's whatever it's losing more of it every time he goes out. We'll have to wait and see.
Anyway, Heck is back into second place. So the blue and white Z Supercar Falcon there has gotten past Steve Voigt in the Porsche 997 GT3 Cupper.
Yeah, Voigt on brakes would have been good down in turn 4. He's got an interesting run. So we've still got him on the head-on shot here at the moment. Camera tracking him through, showing a far different line and different effect of the track as they come to have a look at Dwayne Taylor. He's got himself free and he's coming. He's coming at a rate of knots. What's that come off the left-hand rear, right-hand rear of his car? That wasn't water. Oh, it might have been water. Still pick up a little bit of dampness on that front part of the track. See, this is a problem, Judge. You're not getting real any heat in your tyres because you're running over still so much wet track at different times. So there'll be fairly inconsistent adhesion between the tyre and bitumen at the moment. So very, very different.
Well, McIntyre's back up and running, and he's Taylor is slowing out. The Chevrolet V8 powered Honda Civic is just cruising into retire. That's unfortunate. The guys struggled quite a bit yesterday.
There goes Maxwell through. That car's looking nice and steady.
Yeah, Darren Hennig's not making a lot of progress there in his 997 GT3 Cup car.
He's not getting away from going for Zachary either, so at this stage.
Well, he's only just caught him, so Zachary's falling down through the field. He's got quite the power deficit in that. Subaru compared to cars around him.
But as the weather comes through, it's getting very misty out here at the moment, Jonesy. We're a long shot here. That gives you an idea of what the drivers are in at the moment. Keep in mind they're over 200 kilometres out at the time, so...
Yeah, we're in the teens here at the moment. Darren Hennig's Porsche just coming into view. Hennig is currently running... The timing system's actually not picking up Darren Hennig. So I looked at the wrong name in the timing monitor, obviously. There's a tail marker McIntyre and Greg Craig's Mitsubishi comes into view. Race leaders coming down the front straight. There's Taylor and Hill, followed by Hunt. Shane Hunt's falling down through, and Jason Heck has had a spin. He was in second position, but he's looped it down there at turn 6. He's recovering now, but he's certainly dumped down the order. Is going to be in around 8th position. We'll run down towards turns 1 and 2 now. For Zachary comes into view, the green and yellow Scooby-Doo, followed by Tim Tritton's Porsche.
Yeah, you just have a look at that shot now through turn number 1 there, Jonesy, with the dry line of the track. But it's interesting to see the approach angles that the cars are taking to get themselves through the corner. Some turn in quite sharply and hold and maintain on. Some of them come wide and take a larger drifter than a faster exit. Very interesting part of the racetrack at the moment. Camera 6 is where the action is for us, though.
Yep, here we go. And there's a battle coming into Snake Gully, turns 4 and 5. It's the battle for, it looks like, the second position. It's Roger Hill and the Skyline, well, not a Skyline, the Nissan GTR has climbed into 3rd position, is hunting down Voigt. Yeah, I think it's getting damper out there on track.
Well, Hill was a full second faster than anybody else. That was a full second faster than Bowen, so he's done a great job. In fact, the visibility is becoming a bit of an issue right across the track at the moment. Still okay for us, but if you're a spectator, you'd be worried. But when you're in the middle of it, it's actually quite clear. So at the moment, Hill is absolutely flying. He is a full, always over second faster than anybody else now. So Hill is flying. We thought the Skyline would come into play, but I thought it would come into play early. But he's actually had to wait and pick his time through the traffic.
Now, we did say before that McIntyre has parked
again,
the off-track.
That's in turn 4 again.
No, I think
it's turn 4, Johnson.
Okay.
It's turn 4.
Okay.
Because it's look at the camera number. That'll give you the choice of what it is.
It's the Ford Oz truck getting back underway again.
Yeah, the car looks very nervous on the tyres.
Ford F-150.
Yeah, look at it. It's got massive power oversteer. He's obviously the tyres aren't set. He's got too much water under the back of them, and he's not a happy camper.
And there's not a lot of weight in these cars over the rear axle. So that doesn't exactly help with the power down at all.
Unless you're travelling fast, that little gurney flap of the wing at the back. Camera 5's where we need to be, Terry.
Camera 6.
And camera 6 now, that'll do.
Yeah.
As the race cars come down.
Missed the race leaders, but yeah. Hunt is having a go at Taylor.
Yeah.
And here comes McLaughlin now. McLaughlin's lost a lot of ground.
Yeah, but he looks a bit more confident in the track, actually.
Now the race leader is being caught. If we go down to camera 4, we can see that, yeah, there we go. And there's Mark Bowen is being caught by Roger Hill in the Nissan GTR. Voigt's in third, ahead of Hunt, who's gotten through Taylor. Then McLaughlin comes into view there.
I noticed McLaughlin running up on the curb a little bit, James, and too, trying to transfer the weight over on the tyre. That's an interesting situation.
It's McLaughlin's never really been afraid of curbs in that car. I've got a great photo of him at Malawar in South Australia of the car drifting across the curb on the back straight.
Race leaders are coming into turn number 3 now on the exit. Here they are. Take that pan a little bit further forward, you'll see, if you could just see how the shot will.
We've got the battle for third on camera here at the moment as Shane Hunt in the ex-Craig Lounsmead supercar is chasing down Stephen Voigt. There's Hill in the I keep calling it a Skyline. It's a Nissan GTR, but our race leader there, the orange and white Commodore of Mark Bowen.
Hill on the brakes, just pulls Bowen in hand over fist. This is going to be an interesting sort of run here as they come up. Camera will get the camera 4 shot very shortly.
Yep.
And that'll be the head-on shot as they come through. Here we come.
Here's Bowen, and Hill's definitely catching. Although Bowen's responded actually last time around, they've dropped down into the 20s.
Is it?
Hunt is flying in the V8 supercar now.
Yeah, he's got temperature and everything. That's why. So he'd be a happy man. There's a dry line out there for him.
Yeah, fastest lap of the race just then for Shane Hunt in the Ford Falcon.
Yeah, is this the last lap we just heard? It is the last lap. Our timing monitor doesn't say that.
Yeah, no, I did hear before racing started that the Classic Sports van races would be cut back a bit.
He's closed in on him, Jonesy.
Oh, we've got a tail marker coming into the picture here as well. Oh no, Aston's pulling off the circuit, so no drama there for Mark Bowen. Hill on screen in the GTR chasing down Mark Bowen's Commodore Chevrolet. Bowen couldn't get the power down through turn 4 just then.
And
Hill's closed in massively. This is going to be, well, we're down to the last corner.
Is he going to big dive on the brakes on him? He should be able to. Oh, he's going for an under and over, Josie.
Yeah.
Good to see the setup.
Well, slowing fast out will help the GTR here with the 4-wheel drive. Bowen's just got to try and get onto the power as soon as he can. And yeah, the Sports Sedan Commodore just had enough to pull away from the Nissan GTR. And Bowen takes the win. Hill across the line in second. Voigt in the Porsche will take third. Ahead of, well, we've lost Hunt on the last lap. Somewhere, and Taylor comes through from 4th place ahead of McLaughlin. There's Hunt. He just had a moment and crosses the line in 6th position.
McLaughlin's going to be given the fastest lap of the race too, 1:19.6. So that's how much slower they were, Jonesy.
Yeah. Crompton, in the end, a slow and steady run through the field, and he's finished in 7th position from rear of grid. Warren Davis is next in the AU Series Ford Falcon, only just ahead of Anthony Maxwell in the V8 Capri. Cox in the Saab was certainly struggling in the conditions. Then Peter Robinson in the Dodge Ram Austrac. Darren Hennig's Porsche in 12th ahead of Callum Watmore in the Nissan. Spanix in the Mitsubishi Evo. Tritton in the Porsche. Pappendal's Commodore. Ford in the Escort V8. Heck, well, he's had a number of dramas in this race after being the fastest car on the track in the early running, but he's down in 18th. Gary Cragg will be next across the line in his Mitsubishi Evo. Then McIntyre in the Ford F-150 will be the last car to take the finish.
What a time this has been. Fantastic event. Really loving it so far. Second day of our 2 Days of Thunder being brought to you by the guys from Shannons. And we're back on the other side of this break.